Oh man, how do you do, buckaroos? How the heck are you? So this is beer 5 of 6 that Charles Dreyer sent me from Rhinegeist. Knowledge, Imperial India Pale Ale. Intense and refined, Knowledge delivers notes of resinous pine, dank sap, pithy grapefruit, and ripe pineapple. Chewy hops, a zesty punch. This erudite Imperial India Pale Ale sharpens perceptive depths in the studious night. How about that? That's a mouthful. 8.5%, 98 IBUs. Oh, nice. Yeah. Whoa. Got a little wind. I almost took my can. Combination of herbal and citrus. I mean, you certainly feel the pine that they talk about. Pours very nice. Oh yeah. You know, it's funny. This is it says Imperial IPA. It's 8.5, 98 IBUs. Not that 8.5, 98 is small. But the regular IPA was like 7.2 or 7.5. I was almost expecting this one to be bigger than 8.5, but not, again, 8.5 certainly is in line for the style. But because their regular IPA was so big, I thought they might go, you know, at least 10% on Imperial. But there you go. It still qualifies. I'm not picking nits here. It's a very aromatic brew. Yeah, certainly resinous pine, dank sap. Why not? Certainly feel a lot of grapefruit. Pineapple. Pineapple to me is a little subtle, but it is there. It's more on the backside. But then again, it's competing with that. Is competing with that big resinous pine and dank sap and the pithy grapefruit. You know, the pineapple doesn't stand a chance, man. Oh wow, yeah, everything I've been sent. Last year Todd Wren sent me a Goza Peach Dodo from Rhinegeist, and then now Charles has sent me 6 beers. This is now the 5th of the 6. I've got the Robust Porter left to go, but wow, I've been pretty impressed with everything they've had. That I gotta tell you though, that pale ale was beyond impressive. I mean, it was just gorgeous. I mean, full of flavor, very intense yet extremely drinkable. It's one you would just want to pound. Yeah, I would buy that. That would be my go-to beer if it was available in my neck of the woods. It is absolutely beautiful. It made me happy all over, man. Yeah. So, anyways, Knowledge Imperial India Pale Ale. It doesn't say IPA, it says India Pale Ale. I mean, same thing, but they're taking themselves very serious there at the Rhinegeist. No abbreviations for them. They mean business. The pine isn't subtle, but it's not in your face either. You know, you don't see a lot of them now, but back in the day, you know, every IPA and double or Imperial IPA had these big, huge, monstrous pine notes, and in many cases, it was just overwhelming. It is there, and it's big. Like I said, it's not subtle, but it doesn't take over the other flavors as well. Again, with that big grapefruit is there. Pineapple, I feel more towards the end. You might get some other citrus and fruit notes. Who knows? But it's just a darn fine beer. The finish is nice. It's the carbonation is very biting. It works very well. Sort of finishes a medium dry. Oh, it's very nice. Oh, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Makes me feel good all over. It's beautiful, man. Anyways, I digress. Trying to do. Sorry, I went quiet on you there for a second. I was trying to discern some other flavors there, man. No, it's good. It's a good beer. Everything I've had from them has been fantastic. I got to be honest. So the beer that really stood out for me was the pale ale. The one that probably was my least favorite of the 5 I've had so far, even though I thought it was above average for the style, was a session IPA. But that pale ale was beyond fantastic. The IPA, which certainly had a West Coast lean to it, was done extremely well as well. Can you think of a better way to put that? Let's see, and then I guess that would be all. Yeah. Oh, the red lager. The red lager was interesting. I don't know if it would be a beer that I drink a lot of, but it certainly was done well. And then I've got the robust porter to go. This one, would I buy this again? You know what? If it was available in my neck of the woods, which it is not, I would purchase this again. I'd like to have a 6-pack of just this, or if it came in 4 packs, however it comes. Yeah, so I could really kind of try to decipher everything it has to offer. It is very interesting. But I got to be honest again, of the 5 that I've had, it was that pale ale that really spoke to me deeply. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, we bonded, that pale ale and I. Boy, that thing was gorgeous. The flavors are big and bold in this, and I do like that in an Imperial IPA, especially now that everything seems to have to taste like fruit. I'm kind of liking a beer like this. That does offer those herbal notes as well. My only issue with those, those cloudy beers that taste like fruit, taste like grapefruit or orange, is that they tend to be one-dimensional to me. I find them very, very interesting at first, but then they kind of get cloying near the end. All of them kind of get that way to me, but there's a handful. There's a bunch, actually. There's a bunch that I haven't had, but from what I have had of the style, I kind of like it. I see where they could be very popular as spring, summer beers, but they are kind of one-dimensional to me. I like a beer like this that offers different flavors, that has that combination of the citrus, the tropical fruit, and then those big herbal notes of the resinous pine. It works for me. I like big, bold flavors. And I like beers that have dimension. Those one-dimensional beers don't particularly work for me. So there you go. So anyways, let's move on, Tom. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. That pine does kind of linger. You get these notes that hit the top of your palate of that lingering pine, some peppery notes. It's very nice. I lost my place. Let me start over. I got psychic. Every once in a while, I'll pick up a new flavor. Oh, no, we got to start over, man. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Shoot, man. Beer evangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom. An all-around good guy.